So we've finally got everything off this bike pretty much. The only things that are left is going to be the wheel, the rear shock and the subframe, and I'm hoping to get all three of those off in this episode. I also want to get the throttle bodies off and start giving the engine a bit of a clean down, give the old shaft drive a bit of a clean as well. Just get everything ready so that I can start thinking about painting it, because that's ultimately what the next step is to start bringing this back into the vision that I have for it. We'll be taking angle grinders to certain parts that we're not going to need, so things like the old seat key, all of the random little gubbins where stuff attaches to. We're not going to need half of this, so let's just get rid of it. One wheel off, lovely job. So I've got the rear brake caliper off. I'm probably going to reuse this one, to be honest. One, because it's Brembo, and we like Brembo, but two, it also syncs perfectly with what I've got going on. The only thing I'm going to need to change is the brake line, because I'm going to be using an aftermarket rear set. So there's very little point in me getting rid of this. I can remove the old ABS sensor, that's not going to be needed, but all in, that is a usable part. One K100 subframe out, ready for a little bit of TLC and a lick of paint. We're going to modify the rear end, put another hoop on there that's got an integrated brake light, and I'll probably get some little supports for the indicators welded on as well. But yeah, we'll get this outside, we'll get it washed, and this will be ready for painting.
Dropping the beat, fuck it, This unless you hashing a machine, suck up my dick, bitches in repair, suck up my dick, pockets so late, shots to thirst, casa de Karin. Regarding how to shut on me, air last to you needed me, show the shot it was a little bit, parkour it, pan out the two in the candy, there's a penny on it, get us a rush, you're getting down with it, and I'll start on it, I put it in there, man, it's shocking your dog with it. 어제 잘 보였어 일라 어차피 네 재짓고 있고 먹은 거 뒤죽고 빼고 네 캔이 걸려 자식도 빼고 액션은 여닫다 시도하자는 건 상식 보는 호과 습수사 전혀 부상.
Right, as you've probably seen, engine has been washed, the shaft drive has been washed, the wheels have been washed, everything's been washed, but it's now goodies time. I've spent long enough disassembling the bike. I now want to start reassembling the bike, and what better way than spend money and buy parts? So I have got new seat, new exhaust, new end can, new electrics, new fancy bits. Basically, there's a lot of stuff new, and I've also got a really cool digital dash that CCM used in their Spitfires, so that's going to be really cool. I've got a front shroud, again, which is really cool, so I'm going to start showing you stuff because I'm excited and you should be as well. So, the seat is from Cafe 4 Racer. I found it on Etsy. I think they also have a website, so anyway, it is what it is. It looks absolutely mint. I was going to get like an AliExpress one that just had a little bit of cushion and a rear cowl. However, this is really soft and padded, and my backside will be thankful for it. So looking forward to getting that fitted at some point. This is really shiny. So this is, well, actually it'll be that way. This is a MotoGP inspired end can, and it's probably going to be sitting roughly at this angle with an absolute crazy exhaust. So we're going to have the 4 pipes come in here, and this just looks stunning. I'll have to get a little bracket made up, but Harry, who's going to be helping me with the frame and making some mods on that, will be able to help me out with that one. Exhaust pipes. This is normal. This is semi-normal. This is getting a little bit weird, and oh good God, what is going on here? Yeah, I didn't want to reuse the start pipes that came out of the header because if I'm going to do this, I want it to be a little bit different. So I've found what looks to be the world's weirdest shaped set of pipes. And these should be short enough that that end can should be nice and short, so it should be really loud, which is what we want. Loud pipes save lives. Airbox mod. So, getting rid of factory fitted airbox. I did want to go for individual trumpets or cone filters. However, that's only compatible with the 16 valve engine. I have half the valves with the 8 valves, so that's a no-go because I still need to keep the MAF sensor, I think it is. Basically the big silver box. I can't get rid of it, so I'm going to use this instead. This, or rather this, goes from the plenum chamber, which I have to keep, then goes into the MAF sensor, and then this sticks on the end. So I've reduced the overall size of shit that's in there by quite a lot. However, I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do it, let's have a little bit of jazz. I like jazz, so I've gone for this. The front cowl. So that's going to be over the front. We've got a tinted screen to go on it. We're going to have an LED headlight. I wanted something that just gives me a little bit of wind protection. How much this will do, I don't know. But I've got the Ducati, that's a naked bike. And once you get to 70 mile an hour and no more, the wind buffeting gets quite severe, so I wanted something that maybe deflects it, and I think just having the dash behind here would be really good. And then when I've got a phone mount as well, it won't be sticking out off the dash, which is what I wanted to have. Electrics wise, we have got a considerable amount here. So this is the Moto Gadget M Unit Blue, or Mo Unit Blue. This is Bluetooth. It means I can set up my controls, which are still on the way, to do whatever I want them to do. So this will basically get rid of 90% of the wiring loop. Comes with load of additional cabling. I've got the 40 amp fuse set up as well, just so I don't blow anything up. Fun stuff. This is Acewell's version of the Ep.03. I was going to use that, but they were all out of stock and I didn't want to order from Europe, so I ordered from a UK supplier. Comes with a nice little dash that they've pre-wired. NTC inverter, no idea what that is. Have to find out. I'm hoping this should pretty much be plug and play. I'm going to need to figure out how to get the indicator set up talking from the Moto Gadget to this, so it flashes up, and the fuel level indicator. But I thought a digital dash is just something, I wanted something a bit more retro, but also modern, and LEDs and digital dashes are the way to do it. And last but not least, in terms of parts that have arrived, my LED headlight. So, fancied something modern yet cool. I don't know which way round it goes, but I reckon probably that way. Thought that's quite a cool looking LED light, and it's gonna, I think, suit the aesthetic that I want to go with quite nicely. Anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it for everything that I can do. I've now got to modify the frame. We've got a little U-bend to go on the back. I need to get rid of a lot of the old mounting points that I'm not going to be using anymore. And then I need to actually paint the engine, so that'll probably be the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed my waffling and my rambling, because I'm getting really excited about this now, because we're getting to the point that we can start putting stuff together, and I can start making what was a working bike an unworking bike, and it should now become a working bike again. Either that, or you're going to find a Facebook listing for a half-finished project for 250 quid. So, could be either or really, but hey, cheers for watching.